Adoma, welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I'm working on my 2012 Honda CRV. I'm replacing the engine starter with the original old starter that was in the car. I don't have any problem with it yet, but it's getting old. I just want to replace it out. It has 143k miles on it. Now this is the reman starter I bought from O'Reilly. This is the part number. It's the Ultima brand. This one is 185 with the core, and if you want to buy a brand new one, it's gonna be about 300. So I got this one reman for 197 after tax. I disconnected the battery terminal, and then I take out the air filter box, the top half, and then unscrew this clamps right here, and then take out the 412 millimeter to separate out the throttle body like this, and then take out your vacuum hose right here, this one, and then this one on the side for your PCV right there. Take that one out, and then I disconnected the 3 connector right here. Move it to the side. There you go. And then I broke loose, I believe there's 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And there's a bracket 12 millimeter bolt, which is down here holding on to the bottom of the intake manifold. And I'm gonna show you after I remove it. So right now I'm gonna remove the bolt and nut on the intake manifold. There's actually one more bolt, 12 millimeter, right under the throttle body here, right under where the intake manifold is on the right side. And take out that 12 millimeter right there, and then you can remove it. Let me give you a better view. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 right here. This one's right under the throttle body, the 12 millimeter, and I was kind of stuck on the 10 millimeter bracket for all the 3 connector right here. The 12 millimeter bolt bracket right here. You can take it out, and then now you can get access to your starter. Now this is the bracket for the 10 millimeter right there. I bought new gasket for the intake manifold too. Now this big piece is gonna be behind this smaller piece intake manifold where it sits on the cylinder head. I'm not gonna replace that. I'm just gonna replace all the one in the front right here, and then the one on the throttle body. For the big harness bracket here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna press on this tab right here, the tab in the middle, press it down and pull it forward. And then for the connector, you just press on this tab, pull. And then for the battery terminal right here, I use the 12 millimeter swivel. I have the 3/8. It's better if you have the quarter, so it's for tighter space. So basically I just put it through here, and then I break it loose, and then you can remove that. There you go. And now I'm gonna remove my knock sensor connector to get it out of the way, to get access to the 14 millimeter and then the 17 millimeter on the starter bolt. To take the starter out, you wanna leave the 17 millimeter tightened, right? Do not remove the 17 millimeter yet. You wanna break the 14 millimeter bolt inside here first, because it's harder to get. So once you break that loose, and then you can break the 17 millimeter and then get the 14 millimeter out first, and then you can get the 17, and then you can remove the starter. Now since this starter is a reman, I just want to double check before I put it back. Sometime when you buy a remanufactured part, it could be defective. So I just want to test it before I put it back so I don't waste my time. So I'm gonna hook it up to my jumper. There you go, positive and negative ground on the body. And then I'm gonna touch the S terminal, which is the signal terminal. And then when I touch it, the starter is gonna jump. There you go, you guys can see, that's a good starter. Now, one more thing I forgot to mention, if you guys have problem with like the engine start and sometimes it go like that, sometimes it makes that noise. You wanna check the, you wanna rotate the engine and check the flex plate in here. Rotate the engine fully, 100%. Check all the teeth mark on there. Make sure there's no wear or damage. If it's damaged, you need to fix that flex plate. Now to fix that, you need to remove the transmission. Usually when that happens is that when the starter is getting bad, people keep trying to start it, and then when it pushes out, it doesn't push out all the way and it doesn't retract on time, and it causes that gear, the starter gear and the flex plate to kind of like grind on each other a little bit, and that's how it wear out. And when you start it, you hear sometime, and then sometime you don't hear it. But you want to check that, rotate the engine, check that before you put the new starter in. For this one, everything's exactly the same, the connector the same, everything's the same. So I finger tighten both bolt with finger tighten first, and then I tighten the 17 millimeter, and then I tighten the 14 millimeter. Now I'm just gonna reconnect all the connector, the knock sensor, the starter, the battery cable. For the battery terminal, make sure you guys just slightly tighten it. You don't want to tighten it too crazy, it might break the terminal. So I just put everything back ready, put back the harness too, make sure everything is good. That's it. Since you're here, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna clean the throttle body too. Now you guys can see the throttle body has a lot of buildup in it. You guys can see around the flap right there. So I'm gonna clean all around this spot right here. So the throttle body, it has a little bit of gap in between here for the car to idle. When it's clogged, your idle is gonna be very low. It's gonna be at like 500, 400. Sometime if it's too low, it'll stall because the engine will die and it shuts off. So when there's not enough air get through here, the engine will shut off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use brake cleaner. I'm gonna spray it in a towel, and then I'm gonna wipe around the door. Let me show you from the back too. I just wiped most of it already. You can see a little bit more. I'm gonna wipe it down and then wipe the top. Make sure it's all clean. The front, I wiped it already. You guys can see, there you go. I'm gonna try to wipe the top spot here, from here in the back too. Completely done. You guys can see it's clean. There you go, from the back too. It's shiny and clean. That's it. For this one, you don't have to do any throttle relearn at all. Just cleaning the inside of the throttle body, so that way the car breathes better, idle a little bit better. Now for the intake manifold, I put in the new gasket. I use a towel to wipe the surface and a little bit of oil. That's what's built up in here, so I wiped it out. I'm gonna put in the throttle body gasket too. Make sure you guys check your PCV holes here. Make sure there's no crack or damage at all. And then for the one right here, I just wiped it down with the towel. Make sure the surface is clean, smooth, and then I wiped a little bit of oil around the intake too. There was like a little bit of oil buildup, so I just put the towel in and I wiped it. Now I'm just gonna reinstall the intake manifold. Got everything back to its original position. Tighten down all the intake manifold bolt, the one under the throttle body. Reconnect the 3 connector and the bracket right here. Tighten the bracket on the bottom of the intake manifold. Reconnect the PCV hose, all the vacuum hose. Put back the air box and everything. Everything is good. Put back the negative and the positive terminal already. Now I just have to start the car. I'm just gonna start the car. Wow, it starts up right away. The Reman starter, it sounds like it's a lot stronger than my old one. I'll turn it off. Try it one more time. Sounds pretty good starter. So that's it to this video, guys. Just a starter replace, the removing intake manifold, and the throttle body clean. If you guys have any question, comment down below. If you guys want to ask me anything, comment down below. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. But I'll see y'all in the next video. No mount. Peace.